Hey everybody, this is Steve Moore, owner of Run More, this brick and mortar running shop located in Westminster, Maryland. Today we're going to talk about the New Balance 860 version 13. This shoe is due out in late fall of 2022. For us at the shop here, this is New Balance's most popular shoe that we carry here anyways. This is a mid-cushion stability shoe from New Balance. You know, New Balance is one of those brands that have been tried and true, been around for a long time, and this shoe has great reputation out there. Specifically, we get a lot of referrals from physical therapists, podiatrists for like a good, stable New Balance shoe. This is typically what they're sending people in for. This shoe has great medial support for it. It's good for somebody who has some pronation issues. So when somebody's looking for that stable, grounded, balanced New Balance shoe, this is the one they're looking for. This is like a workhorse tank type shoe, but this update has some nice features that are going to be apropos for people that just aren't looking for medial support, but maybe somebody's looking for a little lateral support too. This shoe is coming in at 10.9 ounces on the men, 8.6 ounces for the women. It's got a 10 millimeter drop, and it's designed for anything from everyday walking, if you're all the way up to like a full marathon of running. A little bit of everything that you can do in this shoe. And unlike some shoes that are more stable, I actually find this shoe to be just fine if you were doing some gym stuff, some lateral movement stuff as well. But let's kind of dig into what this shoe is. This is a mid-cushion stability shoe, meaning there are some shoes that are going to be lighter, some shoes that are heavier. This is sort of that nice popular category of an everyday trainer, everyday workhorse shoe. This shoe's got medial support to it, and that's the most important thing with this shoe, is that it has a little bit of extra density and a little bit of an extra wedge in here on the medial side. So if you're somebody who's more flat-footed or somebody who more tends to roll on the inside, this shoe is going to help balance you out. That's sort of how this shoe has been for forever and ever and ever, is this shoe is great for somebody who's sort of rolled in. But now they've added a little bit of extra support on the outside. This has a dual density on the midsole, and it has a little extra band of support on the outside. So wearing this shoe, I'm somebody who has a very high arch, and I find myself much more going this way, so I don't typically ever need a shoe that's just medial supported here. But now by adding a little different extra level of support on the outside, this is good for somebody who also rolls to the inside. And that's sort of what we always found to be a bit of a challenge with a shoe that was just medial posted, right? Is that this shoe is always designed to kind of push you this way. So somebody who didn't need that support can find themselves supinating too much, maybe putting more pressure on the outside of their foot. Or more often than we saw was somebody who really just needed support on one side. Let's say maybe you had an injury, or maybe you're just more flat-footed on one foot than the other. It might correct one foot, but now it's causing the other foot too much support. So now we're having a shoe that can kind of correct both ways. And interestingly, on this shoe, compared to a lot of shoes that have that support on both sides, is it's not the exact same amount of support. You can see there's much more support on the medial side. It has a little bit more grade to it, and not so much on the lateral side. Most of those shoes are much more sort of boxed in, right? You have the same amount on each side, and this one doesn't. And I thought I'd kind of feel goofy that way, but it doesn't. I actually can feel myself balanced quite nicely in this shoe. I have a nice high arch, so I don't need the support on the inside, but by having this sort of extra support on the inside, it kind of fills that space under my foot nicely, but I don't feel myself rocking too hard to the outside. I can just sort of feel that natural correction on the lateral side of this shoe. This shoe having a 10 millimeter drop is also nice. That sort of falls in line with what a lot of these traditional shoes are looking for in an everyday trainer and a stability shoe. So this shoe is great for somebody who not only has that sort of pronation issue, again on the medial side or the lateral side, but by having that traditional higher 10 millimeter heel to toe drop, it's nice for somebody who has like Achilles tendonitis or just needs a little bit more support and are accustomed to that more traditional feel. There's a lot of brands out there that are now sort of playing with a lot of different heights in the heel, and this is much more in that familiar category for a lot of people. There's not one of these shoes there's going to be a whole lot of break into it like some of the other brands that are sort of reinventing the wheel out there. This shoe is a very tried and true and stable shoe. And one of the things they've changed over the years with this is the midsole has gotten significantly better. You know, they're fresh foam, and that's what this shoe's midsole is that fresh foam. So you're feeling that in a lot of their other everyday trainer shoes, from the 880 to the 1080 to the fresh foam more. You're seeing that nice squishy, soft, fresh foam feel, but with this model has different levels of density of the fresh foam. And even actually on the outsole, you'll see there's a little bit of different density patterns through here. Again, I think part of that is because they're trying to help with that supination to it. So we have that sort of lateral, that really nice dense feeling on this side, on like the colored portions of this outsole, but on the white side here, it's definitely softer and squishier, again, to kind of help pull everybody in back towards neutral. So this shoe has that nice familiar feeling. It has a nice forgiving look and feel to it. It has a fully gusseted tongue, so inside here the tongue is fully sewn in on the sides to give a little bit of extra support. They've even put more care into the material they're using on the upper on this. This upper is designed from 50% of recycled material. So we're seeing a lot of shoe companies that are putting a lot more energy into being more environmentally friendly, having less of a carbon impact. And I've actually seen some stuff that New Balance is doing down the road, and you'll see even more and more of that, of being just trying to be a little better, taking care of our environment a little bit better. So that's one thing New Balance has put a lot of energy into, and that is showing on this and a lot of the other shoes with more of that recycled upper material that they're using. This shoe comes in a bunch of colors, but it also comes in a lot of widths. This is one of the New Balance shoes that you can get all the way up to a 4E, which is not, you can't get that in all of the New Balance shoes. So this is gonna be someone that really can use something for an everyday trainer, someone that maybe needs a little bit of width, or a max wide shoe that you can get this shoe up. From a women's, you can get a 2E, and a men's, you can get a 4E. So that's nice as well. So there you have it, the New Balance 860 version 13. This shoe is held true on its price and is available for $140. If you want to purchase this shoe or any new shoes, head on over to our website. We'll have a link down below. If you enter promo code RUNMORE, you'll save 10% on your order and we'll ship it out for free. If you can do me a favor and like and subscribe to our channel, it certainly helps us find some new people out there. And happy running, and hopefully we will see you around town.